Hi everybody, welcome back to Fake It to Make It, or hi if you're new. I'm Katie, and today we have the annual planner stack. Am I a little bit late? I am, but that's okay because over here things happen when they happen. I try not to take things too seriously. I am a hospice nurse practitioner by day, and as a working mom and a planner, do I try to stay on top of things? I really do. Do sometimes things fall between the cracks? Absolutely, they do. So while we are a little bit into January, this is just real life. I got sick. I got COVID finally. Mid-December, I was sick, and then the hustle and bustle of trying to get over that, finishing out the year. I still had to work after my quarantine time, and the holidays and family gatherings, just trying to get through all that. I really didn't have time to kind of finalize my planner lineup, if you will. So that is kind of happening this week. Honestly, I have a little bit of time off and after the holidays, and so I really kind of sat down and looked at what I'm using to plan. And while some of these things I knew beforehand, some are still honestly even in process. I'm not sure how they're going to work yet, and so there may be some changes, and that's okay because sometimes our lives change. You change roles, you change jobs, you have a child, you move, whatever happens. You're a caretaker, right? Things change in your life that make you, seek out a new way of planning, of tracking things. So as of right now, this is what I plan on using. I do anticipate possibly some changes. There's one area, and I'll talk about it when we get to that. I'm a little undecided on how I want to plan that aspect. But I'm going to turn you guys around and we will get into the things I'm using this year. And please share with me down below in the comments what you're using this year. I always love to read your comments, so I love to know what you're using as well. And also, for a lot of these items, I do have affiliate links. Some things were sent to me, but I'm using them because I think that they're going to work for me. If you choose to shop from any of these shops that I'm sharing today, I'll leave the affiliate links down below. As always, I appreciate your support, but let's get into it. All right, friends. So first and foremost, grab yourself a little beverage. I have my I have lipstick on, so my messy bun and getting stuff done. You probably can't. I don't want to spill my tea, but I have my homemade medicine ball tea over here. I also have my Walla water bottle because apparently I can't just have one drink. That's the kind of gal I am. So, okay, getting into it. First and foremost, this is not, these items are not planners per se. However, to be honest, more than a planner, the thing I probably utilize most in my life are notebooks. When I am very busy with work, busy at home, I am a to-do list gal. Don't get me wrong. I make to-do lists in my planners too, but sometimes you just need a piece of paper. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. So probably my most used item, honestly, in 2023 were notebooks. I went through so many notebooks, and I anticipate that that will continue. I take a lot of notes at work, and I take a lot of notes at home. Some of my favorites, Erin Condren has, I'm going to flip to the back because I don't want to show you any of the, I don't know what kind of personal information I have in here, but they have this great paper. It is creamier than Happy Planner paper. It's not like that crisp white, but oh, it's so good. I think I forget the name of the paper company, but it's such good paper. You can do customized covers. As you can see here, I put May the Force Be With You. I put that. You could put your name. I love that they have some Star Wars designs, and I can pop this off and put another cover if I want and kind of switch it out. So this, I also have, of course, you can see a theme here. A Star Wars Love and Gal. I have the Mandalorian cover. Again, I'm going to flip to the back because I have been using this. So this is a grid notebook. Love these. Sometimes I like a coiled notebook. I'm not going to lie. I'm a disc gal. I think all my planners are disc planners this year, but I do love a good coiled notebook. This is also, did I pull? Okay, I pulled the sensitive information out of the front. I just have some Happy Planner paper in here. This is a notebook I made with some covers that I had and just laying around. It's very thin right now. This has a little bit of a project in it. And then this is, and you can tell this one is well loved. It's a little scuffed up. I won't open it because this one has, I think, seen, yeah, I think this one I have completely used up. But again, notebooks are completely essential to me. So, this has some tax information in it that I will be using into this year, but for the most part, this one has kind of been well loved and used up. Okay, so those, I just have to throw those in. Those are an honorable mention. They're not planners, but gosh, I'm going to be honest with you. In 2023, I didn't utilize my planners a ton. I have more blank weeks than ever. And I think it's just the kind of year that it was, to be completely honest. So I probably won't do a flip through of my planner for the year. I know people ask for that. There's a lot of blank weeks. I would decorate a planner with 100% intention to use it and then not use it and end up using a notebook. So this year, I'm going to be a little more minimal. I'm really trying to be realistic with my planning needs. So hopping into it, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. So this, first of all, okay, sorry, backtrack. This is going to be a real chatty video, hence the beverage. So everyone take a sip. Okay. I really wanted to be cognizant of how much money I'm spending on planner supplies. In 2022, I shall not speak of how much I spent on planner supplies. It was ridiculous. Did it make me any more organized? No, it in fact did not. So we're scaling it back for 2024. We're scaling it back a little bit. And not that there's anything wrong. If something is going to help you, I do not have a problem spending money on it. But for me personally this year, a goal of mine is to focus on my budget, but also the amount of stuff I'm bringing in. And like what, if I'm going to use it, again, no problem spending money on it. But I have a lot of things already. And so I really wanted to use what I had. And there's a whole setup video on this planner in particular. So this cover is a Fancy Plans & Co. little folio cover. I love this beautiful like camel faux leather. And I do have an affiliate link. It'll be down below. And I added some cute little cards and things I had from like cloth and paper subscription boxes. Money Loves Me. I don't even know where some of this stuff came from. This is a Jane's Agenda. This might have been a Fancy Plan & Co. It could have been from somewhere else. I don't know. It's little bits and bobs I've collected. I have this by Happy Al, this Fueled by Coffee. I loved that. This Ernest Hemingway quote. I think this might have come from like the washi tape shop or a pack of stickers from Amazon. I love this little magnetic clip. This came from Joann's. This was, I think, an American Crafts little bundle. I think I might, oh yeah, I still have it. I bought 2 of them. So it was this little, what is it, Maggie Holmes. And it came with a mustard, and there was a green one, which is somewhere else. Oh, here. Cute little green one. So, and then in the pocket here, of course, I have this is Papery Planning, some little circular Post-its. I have some matte tabs from Cloth and Paper. I think this also... Okay, sorry, my daughter called me, so I'm not sure how that will be cut, but I have these little Post-its in here. I also have like some stickers. I like to use these stethoscopes to mark the days I work, some little Monster Co. stickers as well. And then the actual planner itself is an undated. I loved how muted this was. I put it on gold discs. I don't believe it came on gold discs, at least metal, gold metal. I just loved how neutral this was. I did put a clear cover over this cover. And then I added little things I had, like this is a cloth and paper, transparency. And then that was from cloth and paper. I have a little inbox here. Actually, we're gonna put that like that. I like to have this to write little messages, so when I open my planner, it's like, oh yeah, I need to take care of that. Oh, I didn't even write my name yet. I'll need to do that. And then there is a little reel. I set up my January. I have this little bookmark that came, I think, in a homebody like mini pack. And I think this planner was likely gifted to me when I was on like Happy Planner Squad or something like that. So it was something I already had. It was undated, so I decided why not use it. This I think was from Joann's, this little bookmark. I did add these, which are from, I believe, Live.Love.Posh, the dividers. And again, just some transparencies that I already had. I added in some notebook paper. I know this is upside down. I didn't care. I wanted it to be plain, a plain backdrop for this quote. So that didn't bother me. And then I just added in some note paper. And then you can see this tab says daily. And then I added in some daily sheets that I already had from Happy Planner that I purchased or was gifted. I honestly couldn't tell you. And then my little pen. So this is for on the go. And really, I don't write, so I'm a nurse practitioner. There's such a thing as HIPAA. I don't write patient information in here. I write, as you can see, let me flip back to January. I put the days that I work, but that's it. Also appointments, birthdays, you know, different things like that. Really, with an on-the-go planner, I don't even know that I'll use the weeks, if I'm being completely honest. Like with this, I haven't even used it yet. Mostly I like a monthly view to like quickly look and see what is going on in my life, my family's life, and then to have note paper to make lists, grocery lists and things. So I just love this cute little planner. And honestly, like this is perfect. I could put credit cards here if I wanted, or bank cards or whatever. But I just love how like cute and little this planner is. And yeah, and I made it from things I already had, which is even better because it didn't cost me a dime. Okay, moving on. To kind of go with that is my work planner. So hold on, let me make sure. I think I pulled out, yes, okay. I pulled out all the old sheets. I wanted to make sure I'm not sharing anything personal, any patient information. So again, this is something that I had. This was an 18-month planner. I pulled out the old sheets because I have been using this. I will put down my work schedule for January, but what I really need, and again, I sometimes use the weekly sheets to just write like mileage. So with my job, my hospice job, I drive to patient homes and facilities to see patients. And so sometimes I'll just write like maybe initials, mileage, like time spent. Also, I keep track of things like patient weights, something we call MAC, different things that maybe I need to remember to present at our IDG, which are our interdisciplinary group meetings when we talk about the patient. So that's really what this is. And I use a shorthand, so everything is, if someone opened this up, they're not going to know who I'm talking about. So I do write some of that stuff on here, but also I use the heck out of note paper. So I put a bunch of note sheets in here. There's some graph, there's some lined. I put a ton of note sheet paper in here because that is really what I need for work. I'm constantly jotting things down, or if I get a call about something, I'll jot it down, you know, that I need to like call a family member, renew a prescription, whatever it may be. And this has really been helpful to me. So this may change if my job changes at all. This may change because this was something specific. When I was doing primary care and long-term care, I didn't require this, but this has been working out really good. So if you are a home health worker, this has been working out brilliantly. So, this is something, like I said, I've been using. So it's a little loved. It gets thrown in my work bag, and it's perfect. And I love too that I, could just take out the rest of the months that I'm currently not using. Excuse me. Okay. I'm still kind of getting over all that. Okay, next is, make sure, my budget planner. So I've used a Happy Planner budget planner for several years. Before that, I used a Budget Mom planner. And this year, I'm going to be using the Kell of a Plan budget planner. The budget planner itself was sent to me. I did purchase this cover. And let's take a drink, everyone. I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm trying to keep my throat good here. So this budget planner, let me show you the cover. This was the initial cover of the budget planner, but I had purchased these on sale. You'll see another one that I'm using, this like vegan leather cover. It has a snap closure. I do still need to put my pen in here. But I just did my January budget setup last night, actually. So it has a nice little flap so I could put some stickers or bills or whatever in here, which I love. And then I did my January budget. This page, you'll notice, is very thin. I made a copy because I did, on the initial page, I did November's budget, but then I decided, well, that's silly. Why don't I wait and start this in January when I need a planner. I had a planner through 2023. And so I kind of wanted to show a budget, but then I was like, well, that's silly. So I made a copy. So you'll know, if you notice that this looks different, that's why. This is my cheap copy to make my January budget. So I already set this up. I love how this is laid out. You can do weekly. I don't necessarily need this, but if you're really tracking like your weekly and daily spending, I think this is perfect. So I like that. I love that first page. Here's a blank page. I love how this is set up. And then there's a 30-day savings challenge. So this month I am doing, I'm saving $5 a day towards remodel and some furniture. And so, yeah, this is going to be my budget planner for this year, which was really nice because I am an affiliate of Heather's. She did send me this budget planner, so I was super grateful and excited to get this. And then, like I said, I purchased this little vegan leather cover from her myself. You can see Kell of a Plan, and I just think it's just like very sleek and nice. This doesn't go anywhere. This just stays at home, but I do, you'll notice a trend. I do love having things in covers. My work planner is not in a cover yet, but it probably will end up going in a cover because I love this, how it kind of keeps everything together, to be completely honest. So there is that. Next, okay, you'll notice a similarity. I also bought Heather's Hunter Green. If you can tell by my nails, I'm in my green era. I'm loving everything green. Blue and green are my favorite colors anyway. And when I saw this cover, I knew I had to have it. And I think with the gold metal discs, I think it just looks so pretty. I loved it so much. So this planner, this is where the things may change. I'm not sure. So I purchased the HB 90 course, goals course, through Heart Breathings. If you haven't heard of her, look her up. Heart Breathing. She is a self-published author. She also does like goal setting, and she developed this course and in turn a planner, which is in here, to help with goal setting, really for authors, but it can be used like for businessy things. So I purchased this course. I'm not quite through it yet, and again, I know we're already into January, but I'm not going to stress out that it's into January and I'm not done. It's just life. So I'm going to finish that course. So this for me, I'm planning it to be my social media planner. I really need something to help plan so I can be consistent with work and kids and family commitments, all the things. I have a hard time sometimes remembering, like, oh yeah, like you have this video, but you needed to edit it. Oh, you need to create a thumbnail. You didn't take a picture. I really need a better way to kind of keep track of that. I thought a decent way last year, and then I just completely dove right off the wagon. So, this is just one quarter. Okay, so I printed this off at Staples. I did add some dividers from Live.Love.Posh, which I think is perfect if you're kind of franken planning or creating your own planner at home. That is something I did spend money on. I did purchase some of these little tab dividers to make my life easier. So I have one tab. This is some of the like goal setting like work to get to like where your goal is going to be. And I may end up pulling that out and putting it somewhere else, but for right now I wanted it all together. And so then it kind of gets into the planner itself. There is a monthly view, and then it gets into like your goals for the month, task, how many task blocks. It's a whole thing, right? And then you have a weekly, and then oh yes, and then daily. So yeah, so this is just January, February, March. So I'm hoping to use this for social media. There's some other things that I've been wanting to do for a couple years, and I've put it on the back burner. So I'm kind of hoping to do some of that this year. And I'm hoping that this planner will help to get me there. We'll see. I do have a little touch of some ADD, and I know she said sometimes her system doesn't work. Or she has found or gotten feedback that for people with ADHD, like sometimes like that system doesn't quite work for her, but I really wanted to try it. I'm intrigued. I've heard great things about it. So I'm really excited about it, but this may be the thing that changes with this. I also have my iPad. So I have Notion, which is a digital planning system. It is not quite set up yet, so I'm not going to show it to you. But I had Notion. I had downloaded it, maybe a year or two ago, and I was completely overwhelmed. It is a completely blank slate when you download it. But the same Heart Breathing's the same gal whose course I'm taking. I was watching a YouTube video, and she had a free template. Templates are the way to go with Notion, unless you like starting from scratch with something. Oh my goodness. So I just want to change like some of the colorway. I haven't had a lot of time to sit and play with it. But I've also been thinking of possibly using Notion as a way to plan social media. Again, we'll see. I can't fully commit because I haven't started the process yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking for right now. And maybe even using Notion as an overall planner, just having like the days I work, different family commitments, my daughter's soccer schedule, all that digitally. So even if I'm out somewhere and I just have my phone and not my planner, I can whip my phone out really quick, pop open Notion and see everything. I love the idea of that, but I will say it will never replace a paper planner for me. I am a pen and paper gal. I love writing the things down. So that is that thought process there. So I'll have to give you an update on how that's going. And then kind of last but not least is this fun little guy here. This cover is a Live.Love.Posh cover. This like rich cognac vegan leather, so pretty. It's so soft. I love that it has a snap closure. I've had this, oh my gosh, like most of 2023, I believe. This was on my main planner. I put gold discs. You can see I'm like really into the gold this year. And this fun little, like, I don't even know, page marker is from Just Starkey. She makes these. And so my friend Natasha, Casa de Natasha on Instagram, had bought this for me as a little gift last year. So this is my journal, and so I wanted it to be, I love, again, you guys know I love the covers, but I want it to be like fun and whimsical, and so that's where that came in. And so I don't have anything in the pockets. I don't know if I'll put anything here. I would love to put like some fun little cards. I do like the look of that. I just haven't got around to that yet. Excuse me, everyone that's assigned to take a drink of tea or coffee. And I'm sorry if I sound a little nasally. This COVID is really like hanging on, like congestion wise. But for the planner itself, when I saw Happy Planner, this gorgeous Woodland Seasons planner. I purchased it myself, but then they were kind enough to send me a box, so I did return the purchase planner. So this planner was gifted to me. Again, the girl math, like, it's free. I mean, yes, I did buy this cover, but that's in the past. So I didn't spend any money on this, which I love. But I loved this Woodland Seasons. I did put my name in there with green ink because this is my fun journaling place. I've already done like just like a word a day. I'm just like kind of thinking about what's going on you know, in my life for that day and just putting a word. So you can see I've done a few words because we are into the first week. We are into the first week of January, but there's no shame there. This is the string that kind of holds my fun little page marker. And then I will be decorating and just journaling. This is just kind of a fun creative outlet for me to like write down what's going on in life, use some fun stickers and all that jazz. So I'm really excited to use this because I just think this planner is just the absolute cutest thing. I love all like the little nature and the mushroomy vibes. And so I knew I would have to use this planner in my lineup, to be completely honest. Like, oh, I just love it. So, and I think it just like really like this holistic, like the brown, like kind of natural element of like the vegan leather and like my cute little thing. Like it just, I don't know. I love it. It gives me all the vibes. So that is what I currently plan on using. I'm not doing a main planner and a home planner. I'm not doing all that, at least right now. I don't feel like I need it. I really used notebooks a lot last year. So I feel like having, if Notion is kind of, I end up using that as kind of like the hub where I can put everything electronically. And then I have my mini where I'm putting, again, on the monthly layout, all my dates. I don't feel like I need like a home planner too. I just personally don't. I don't think I need all that. I'm really great about like to-do lists or daily sheets. I love doing those when life is really hectic and I have a lot going on, and that's I think what I will use moving forward. So we all know things change. But yeah, as of January 2024, that's it. So I have my journal. So I really the only planners, I have my mini, I have my work planner, which I do like to keep separate because patient things, right? I can pull stuff out if I need to and shred it. So I have my mini, I have my work planner, and then the HB90, which is really a goal setting, but I will be using it, I think, for social media planning. So three planners, and we'll see, you know, maybe the HB90 will end up being my main planner. So who knows? But I feel really good with that. I don't feel like I need, you know, a ton of planners. This is a journal. I have my budget planner, but on an everyday basis, you know, really, I think one or two planners for me is enough. I have felt in the past when I've used, the more planners I use, the less likely I'm to use all of them. So I think trying to like compact things down will work for me this year. Especially after seeing like where last year went, like when I had like all these different planners, I just didn't end up using all of them, to be completely honest. It's not that I didn't want to, I do. And it's so hard because there's so many great planners. I mean, I used a cloth and paper for on the go. I used a little Erin Condren for on the go for a while. I used, you know, Happy Planner. I've used all these different things. So I'm just trying to condense it down a little bit this year. So anyway, that is enough chatting. This video is probably forever long, so I apologize, but I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I'm using this year, and definitely let me know down in the comments what you plan on using, or if you haven't decided yet, and that's okay. I'm also here, you know, this video is late going up. I don't know if a lot of people will watch it, but I said this in my stories on Instagram. There's nothing wrong with being like ready to go January 1. You know exactly like what your goals are. If you're doing, you know, a word of the year, what your word of the year is. If you know your planner lineup or what you're using, amazing. But it's also okay if you don't. I didn't, you know, the end of the year got busy and that just kind of got pushed to the wayside. So if you're like me, you aren't quite ready, you're like kind of taking some time to figure it out, it's okay. You can start over whenever you want. It doesn't always have to be January 1st. So I just wanted to say that. Don't feel bad. Don't be stressed. It's fine. It's not going to dictate your year. We're still going to have a great year, whether you are ready to go January 1 or February 1 or whenever works for you. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you choose to shop with any of the shops I mentioned, any of the businesses I mentioned, there are always affiliate links down below and in my bio on Instagram. As always, I truly appreciate your support, not just in watching my videos and liking, subscribing, using my affiliate links, or just leaving a comment. It means a lot to me, and I hope that everyone is having a great week, planning your best life, and here is to a great 2024, everybody. Bye-bye.